Okay, I was told that my PowerPoints were not jazzy enough, so I've jazzed them up, and this time we are doing an essay explaining the qualities of mind and character according to Aristotle and MacIntyre. Now don't be worried about this question. Qualities of mind are just intellectual virtues, and qualities of character just means moral virtues. So we want our introduction, 4 lines, quick introduction, what virtue ethics is, mention how it's agent-centred as opposed to act-centred, and remember to define both of those. And we're thinking about qualities of mind and character and developing these to become a virtuous person. So, Aristotle first of all, and qualities of character. So qualities of character really just mean the moral virtues, and for Aristotle we have 12 moral virtues. So you would talk about, give some examples of those like prudence, justice, honesty, right ambition and so on. And then you could talk about how developing moral virtues is important to reach eudaimonia, and again we need to make sure that we define this key term. And for Aristotle, reaching eudaimonia is the ultimate goal, both for the individual and as a whole community. And we develop our qualities of character, our moral virtues, through practice. And if you develop the qualities of character, you will automatically do good things. So therefore, it's an agent-centred theory. So in other words, if you develop the 12 moral virtues, you will automatically do good things. Moving on to paragraph number 3 now, and we're thinking about quality of mind, and really again, all we're thinking about here are the intellectual virtues. Now, Aristotle talks about 9 intellectual virtues, but we've mentioned 5 of the main ones. So again, giving some examples of these, we talk about phronesis, scientific knowledge and so on, and again, remember to define terms. So by phronesis, we mean practical wisdom, and as opposed to qualities of character or moral virtues, the qualities of mind or intellectual virtues are developed through training and education, and developing these is important to become virtuous and in turn reach eudaimonia. So moving on then, we just then link for Aristotle, make the link between mind and character, qualities of mind and character, and so really what we're talking about here is the link between intellectual and moral virtues. And we need to say how you can't develop qualities of character, moral virtues, without the qualities of mind, without the intellectual virtues. And you would need to explain that link. So we use our phronesis, one of the qualities of mind, to locate the golden mean. And this is where the moral virtues are, the qualities of character. And what he says is the better our phronesis is, the better chance we have of becoming virtuous, of finding, developing the virtues and reaching eudaimonia. So the way the golden mean works is that in every situation that you're in, you need to think, right, I want to develop honesty. So I don't want to act according to the vice of deficiency and not having enough honesty. I don't want to act according to the vice of excess and having too much honesty. I want to head down the middle ground, the golden mean, the middle way. And Aristotle says we need to use our phronesis, our practical wisdom, to judge what that middle way, what that golden mean is. And he goes on to say that only the philosopher has phronesis to a high enough degree to be able to develop the moral virtues and therefore reach eudaimonia. So it's only the philosopher that can reach eudaimonia, because it's only the philosopher that has a high enough degree of phronesis to be able to easily locate the golden mean in each situation and therefore develop the moral virtues and in turn eventually reach eudaimonia. So moving on to MacIntyre then, and MacIntyre on qualities of character. And so again, qualities of character, we just mean virtues here, and for MacIntyre those include justice, honesty and courage. And he says that we develop these to become morally good and to help society to improve and function properly, and that's the reason that we develop our virtues, so that we can contribute to our community and help our community to function better. And he says that we need to be virtuous to get out of the moral vacuum that we live in and to make society a better place. And he says that the qualities of character, the virtues, are developed through shared practices. And shared practices are actions done for and with the community. So, for example, volunteering in a charity shop. So, unlike Aristotle, who thinks that really anything is an opportunity to develop virtue, moral virtues, MacIntyre thinks that developing virtues, is done really just through these shared practices, which are actions done for and with the community. So finally then, final paragraph, we're talking about MacIntyre and qualities of mind, and really here we're linking this to the internal and external goods that he discusses. So internal goods are results, goods which result directly from an action and are good for the community, and these show and they develop virtues. External goods are goods which result indirectly from an action and are good for the self, and these may lead to developing vices. So, for example, the internal good of giving to charity is helping people. That cannot happen. It's the direct result of giving to charity because it cannot happen any other way. Helping people only happens through you giving that money to charity. And this shows and develops the virtue of justice. So giving to charity to help people shows that you have the virtue of justice, and it further develops that virtue as well. The external good of giving to charity could be, for example, fame. So this doesn't come directly from the action. You could become famous in lots of different ways, but it could be a byproduct, a result, an indirect result of giving to charity. Now, MacIntyre does not necessarily say that these are bad. It's not bad. External goods are not necessarily bad things. And so, for the example, fame is not necessarily bad because it could inspire others to give to charity, so they could see you and they could think, oh, that person's famous and they've given lots of money to charity, maybe I should do the same thing. But what he does say is if you just give to charity for that external good, so in this case, if you just give to charity to become famous, it could develop vices such as greed. And so if you just do actions purely to seek external goods, you could end up developing vices. And so just linking back to the question, therefore a good quality of mind would seek internal goods, and in turn that helps develop our qualities of character, our virtues, because the virtues are developed from seeking internal goods. So the better your quality of mind to seek the internal goods, the more likely you are to develop your virtues.